some 70 years ago, I would not be here this evening to share that dark period of our history with you. 9/11, you all are familiar with 9/11, of course, would not have occurred. Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, North Korea, all these countries that are in such turmoil would be peaceful countries.